Okay, joining us now is Liberal strategist Sabrina Grover. Sabrina, thanks so much for joining us. Prime Minister Carney said today it appears there may be no way of avoiding some tariffs as we look at some of the other deals that have been struck with the U.S. around the world. What do you make of that change of tone?
I think there's probably some element of the prime minister and cabinet trying to maybe soften the blow with Canadians and figure out kind of to what extent Canadians are willing to accept what level of deal. But the polling has shown recent days that Canadians are actually very supportive of the prime minister and Canada taking an extremely hardline stance. Over 60% of Canadians believe that we should take a hardline stance, that we shouldn't really renege on concessions or offer too many concessions, certainly around energy or critical minerals. And so I think that the prime minister and cabinet really a bulk of what they're going to do today and do into the next couple of weeks will be to determine what level both Canadians and the market can handle.
So how does the Prime Minister and the Cabinet make that, walk that tightrope, balance that want for a hardline stance and the reality of negotiating with the biggest economy in the world?
I think part of the reality of negotiating with Donald Trump is that you really don't know what's going to happen on any given day, right? So even though he announced these tariffs, let's say a week ago, who knows what his mindset is going to be next week? Who knows what other negotiations he would have landed with other countries? And so I think for Canada, in particular, this cabinet and Mr. Carney, the most important pieces are really being firm on what we will not concede on. And I think a lot of that will revolve around energy and critical minerals and likely things like dairy. But beyond that, I think they have to be very clear when they announce their plans with the United States, what supplementary plans they might have, right? And I think Mark Carney did a lot of good work at the G7 and before the G7, creating those relationships with Europe, with the United Kingdom, with France, and making sure that those avenues of trade are equally as open to us as the United States would be.
Liberal strategist Sabrina Grover joining us from Alberta. Thanks so much for this, Sabrina. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Scott.